Hello guys, it's Jake from Watch for Tactical, and today I am here with a very exciting Novritsch SSQ4, okay? Now this is the latest Novritsch rifle that's come out, okay, for the airsoft market. This is the HPA version, and what we're going to do is take a little bit of an unboxing and look at what we've got inside this box. We'll give a little overview, what we like about it and what we think we could change, and also, again, maybe give it a little test on the range and see how it's firing, okay? So, obviously, very traditional, you've got the black and white Novritsch box with the blueprint of the rifle itself, okay? On the sides, as you can see, you've got your SSQ4, back the same blueprint, and again, SSQ4 there, right? The sides, you've got the normal logos, okay, that you'd see on all the Novritsch products, right? So nothing too crazy, and it still comes in a cardboard box, right? Which is fine. I mean, it's a nice weapon. It's a pretty good. Cardboard can be a little bit flimsy, but it does the job, okay? It's no frills kind of thing. It's simple, minimalistic packaging, which is quite nice in a way, all right? Opening up then, as we take a look inside, obviously you've got your packing foam, you've got your HPA magazine, okay? And these magazines are specific for this rifle, okay? So you can't put like a normal M4 mag into it. You have to use this one, and I'll come on to that a little bit more in a second as well, all right? I've got what looks like an M-Pass in here and a few extra little bits inside the box, which is pretty Gucci. So it's nice to see that they've included some extras in there. I'm sure there's more on that on the manual as well. And obviously the weapon itself. So taking it out of the packaging, here we have the SSQ4, right? That is a really nice feeling gun. It's quite light, okay? It's not too heavy, all right? It's not a really cumbersome thing when you feel it, but not too light that it feels like a toy, right? This definitely feels like a nice bit of kit. Got a very nice kind of Cerakote finish, and you can see there's almost a little bit of dual tone, okay, on the finish of this rifle as well, all right? We've got the logo on the side here, so you've got the Novritsch, which is not just like laser cut, it's actually like deep into it, so it's got a decent groove in there as well. Got ambidextrous selector for safe, semi and auto. Got a nice mag release on each side, so you've got the ambidextrous mag release. One-sided, oh no, and ambidextrous bolt as well, which is really cool. Okay, so you've got an ambidextrous bolt, cocking it back, holding it in, let's see. Doesn't seem to work on that side. There we go. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. But anyway, there's your bolt open as well. So being a HPA rifle, a little bit different for this is actually, it has recoil to it. And it is also like a functioning bolt system, okay, which is quite nice. So unlike if you buy a Wolverine engine and you get that lifeless HPA tap, or if you go for a recoil version, okay, that has obviously the built-in recoil to it as well. Obviously you would get that. But this actually has the recoil on it as well from the standard, and the bolt fully cycles, or cycles enough that you can see it moving and goes back, which is quite nice, okay? As you look into here, you'll see obviously the pistol grip's empty, and it has the HPA line coming out the bottom. And then inside the magwell, you can see here there's the line and the rest of the HPA engine that's protruding into the magwell, which means that obviously magazines like this are catered with this little slip out the back and this hollow part at the top to kind of embed around the working parts of the HPA there, which is quite different, okay? So it's quite a nice, unique looking piece, yeah? Bolt release on the side. It's a nice snappy bolt, it sounds good, okay? Adjustable stock. Looks like it's got like a screw for a valve, what would be a valve on the back there, or a kind of pin. You've got your QD points as well, so you can attach your sling to it, which is nice. And very importantly as well, you can see here, you've got this TDC hop right at the top there, okay? And that's a quite decent clicks on that, okay? It feels nice and tight on that, so it's not going to just rock around. Which is a nice touch again for an MWS, cancel, for a HPA weapon, okay, for a gas blowback rifle essentially, although it's HPA, so there's that gas as well, to have the TDC hop right on the top. The whole feel of it is really nice. Obviously the M-Lock rail isn't anything that's super fancy, okay, it's a really nice colour. I do like the two-tone. I'm a bit of a fan for like tan and bronze things myself, especially when it's paired with black. I think it works really well. And again, we've got a 14mm flash hider at the front. So if you want to change that out and put your tracer and extra bits on there, okay, you can, which is really nice as well. So that's interesting. The rest of the box, I will quickly show you what else we've got in here, then we'll move on to some more fun parts about it, okay? So you've got your online guide here, which you can see, which is obviously very useful if you follow the Novritsch archive, so you can jump on there in the Novritsch Academy, whatever it's like to called. And there's also a bolt rod, which says to replace after 8,000 rounds. So you have a bolt rod there, which is kind of a new piece. So I assume that's obviously how you get this recoil, is probably that piston that's pushing that back, or pushing the bolt back, okay? Now, I've not broken one of these down to have a look at it, because we've literally only just got them in, and they absolutely flew out. So it's not something that we've had too much time to kind of break down and play with, nor have we got enough to kind of do that either. So we'll try and cover that on another video in the future. But for now, we're just going to keep it simple. Done a little bit of an unboxing. We'll get it powered up and put a tank on it, and yeah, give it a fire on the range, and we'll see what it turns out at. So let's give it a test fire. Okay, so we've got it set at roughly 100 psi using an AirTech adapter. We're just going with iron sights, and we're about 15 meters, 10 to 15 meters away from the target. And we're just going to do a little grouping to kind of get some eyes in on how well this performs as a decent group. So if we're slightly off, no problem. We're just looking for that overall generic group, okay? So we'll have a couple of rounds at the target. We'll try and go for about 10, and we'll just see how that performs. Okay. Well, looks pretty good, to be honest. I mean, we are, again, firing this without really looking at the target as what it is, and it is moving a little bit, but that looks like a pretty decent group, really, for what it is. It's just far too short to really test the full potential of this weapon. But we'll take a look at it firing over the shoulder just so you can see a bit of the recoil and see what the impact's like, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so we're going to fire a few more shots now, single shot, so you can get a little bit of look at the recoil, and then we'll move on to a little bit of full auto as well. Again, you can see not a huge amount of range here to get on. The target does slip a little bit here when we're looking at that grouping, and also you are expecting, this is a brand new weapon that hasn't really been fired yet. Okay, this is our test of the weapon for our QC, obviously, before we send them out. So we haven't had a lot of time here to bed this in properly. The hop is slightly set, and we are only on 2s, right? So this is obviously a lot more tuning to go for a rifle like this, okay? Single shot, as you can see here. Got a lovely blowback to it, okay? Again, it's not so much as an NGRS, I'd say. It's about very similar to the same. I mean, is it? It feels like an NGRS. It doesn't feel like a gas blowback. I'd say it's probably slightly more than a TM NGRS, off the top of my head, feeling like that. I mean, maybe we haven't got the PSI set as high as it should be, but it's enough feedback to not feel like you're firing a HPA weapon, which for a lot of people is some of the downside, you know. It just becomes lifeless. Now, I can say firing at full auto, it definitely feels like more than the NGRS, okay, so that's great. Again, not quite gas blowback, it's not quite full there with the whole amount of recoil, but, you know, that feels really good. It's definitely got a nice bit of kick to it. More than I'm expecting from a HPA weapon, okay, so that is really nice. As you can see here, the bolt obviously has stayed open. Now obviously that weapon is empty. I need to get your mag out, bolt forward, and you can still dry fire it, okay? And it sounds a lot more snappy when the mag's out and you're doing a bit of dry firing, okay? But overall, I mean, yeah, that's a great bit of kit. The finish on it's beautiful, it's lovely, it's the right colours for me, and I think it's nice and modern looking, and it fires really smooth, really snappy. I'm probably not giving it enough credit, really, but for 550 quid, can I say? So this comes in at cheaper than an NGRS for most. It's coming in cheaper than most of the HPA things on the market currently, okay, especially for that gas blowback feature as well. And I mean, it'd be great to get this out in the field and do some more testing with it and really see how good this can perform at a bit longer distance. First impressions, really impressed. I think it's great. Obviously, longevity is a big one. So seeing how long this lasts in the field for without obviously incurring cleaning or getting some damaged parts and wear and tear and things like that, which I'm sure it's been thoroughly field tested. But again, you know, it feels great, looks the part. And I would definitely say if you're into your gas blowbacks and tired of obviously changing and buying more mags, but you want the recoil, you don't want to go full HPA and don't want to go for an adapter, then this is probably the weapon for you. Cool. If you enjoyed it, if you got anything from that, if you like it, obviously, just keep following us, guys. We do stuff like this all the time, especially at Whitesford Tactical on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, and again, please subscribe. If you are into getting stock, as soon as we have more of these on the website, okay, they'll be back in stock and available. So keep tuned, all right? And don't forget, yeah, you can shop online with us, and we'll ship out to you all across the UK. We'll see you soon.